What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, techies of all ages? I guess we can't really say programming since this isn't a programming video. Any case, less blabbering, more talking. So at 1 p.m. today, I upgraded to Windows 11. We can see that it's now 5. It took about until 4:30 to upgrade, and then I had to come home. And now it's about to rain, so it's dark out, and I have my phone's flashlight down there. In any case, I wanted to make a first time impression of how I find Windows 11 to be. I have touched it a bit, played around, changed my taskbar settings, so it's no longer in the middle, it's to the left. Go away. Any case, and also my main screen is on this side since it didn't work if I switched the bigger screen to the middle. So I will be looking that way and you can be looking from there. So any case, so first impressions, the upgrade went pretty smoothly. It was a normal Windows update. I had to just say upgrade to Windows 11 and it did. It took about 2.5 hours, but that's more an issue of third world internet rather than how big the file is or complications or anything like that. It's just slow internet. In any case, so first things first, what I did notice is that the new icons, it's pretty striking, especially the Windows icon that's now blue. I remember upgrading from Windows 7 to Windows 10. That was a fair change. Now it's fair change again. Okay, so let's go through this like I would normally do. Let's start with the start menu. I'll talk about like what I don't like, what I do like. In any case, we'll just go through. So yeah, let's see what the bar looks like if we put it in the middle because that's kind of like corner overflow. Not that. Behaviors. So if we set it in the middle, this is what it came like when we just got it. I will admit it does feel like this update is sort of like the demon love child between Windows and Mac, because if we pull this down, you'll notice it's pretty striking. It also caught me the first time. We now have rounded corners. I don't remember Windows 10 having rounded corners. I can't remember far enough back for Windows 7. They may have, but you can see that Windows definitely did take some inspiration from Windows 10, Mac. So yes, we have rounded corners, although these buttons are still on the right side, not the left. In any case, I'm gonna just put this back on left since I prefer left. It feels almost wasteful to have the entire bottom bar and just have all your stuff in the middle rather than like spread out, but it's a setting and a personal choice. We also have the automatically hide taskbar, which I do. Show badges. So these things are all pretty similar. I only changed to the left. One weird issue that I have noticed is you still get this little back tick even though you can't go back. And this is also all your settings, like system settings is right there. I think I prefer the Windows 10 way of doing this. We have Bluetooth, networking, personalization, so you can set it to the OG way it was set up. I just don't want to lose my settings, so I'm not going to show you like from I just bought this laptop, this is what Windows 11 looks like. This is what Windows 11 looks like if you upgrade from Windows 10 and have theming that's like brought over. any case, you can change lock screen, touch start, taskbar, device usage. And then we also have your normal apps, your accounts, your time and language, gaming settings, although I'm doubtful that I'll use that. Yes, I do use my laptop for gaming. It is a gaming laptop, but I don't think I would use those. You have your accessibilities, privacy and security, and updates. And they have new updates, so I can just start with those, download and install. Okay, so I didn't do the update when I updated, but it's there. One thing I will admit is I am absolutely a fan of these new icons. I love it. I think the icons look so cool. It looks so modern. They even flattened the trash bin. Any case, onto the start button. Now, when you start, they will have these recommended, like the files that you've recently opened and things like that. I didn't like that, so I tried to remove it. This is the shit they try to pull. They just say, oh, okay, you turn it off. If you want to turn it back on, go to settings. But they don't want to remove that, and it annoys me. I don't like that they did that. And another thing that I also don't like is you can't like drag it onto the thing to create like a folder. I had this set up where you have your, on Windows 10, where you have your start menu, and then on the side here you could like pin your things, and then I would have like a folder for systems, apps, games, communication, programming. And I tried to do that with these. You can see like I have my IDEs, my communication, gaming things, but I can't, like if I right click on it, I have the choices of move to top, unpin from start, and open location. I can't do that. If I right click, I'm right clicking, like if I show you. Okay, let me just move that to the side of it. So if I right click, nothing's happening. I can't make files. That may be a new feature. I'm pretty sure Windows 11 is still actively being worked on, so that's me making this. I'm trying to get some of that YouTube views, the clout. In any case, you can press on this all apps and you'll have all your apps again. One weird, so this, it's still Windows 10-esque. The only difference is the look. It feels like Windows 10. The icons didn't change that much between operating systems that you will feel like, oh my god, the hell is going on. You shouldn't feel that. Yeah, it, like the Notepad app thing did change. I think the Paint thing changed. Like, yeah, there's a few things here and there that they did upgrade, make more modern-esque, so that it fits with the Windows 11 theme. From what I understand, Windows 11 is largely like geared towards touchable tablet-type devices, so it's made to be less computery, more touchy. It's not bad. I will admit I am a bit annoyed by the fact that I will have to have a menu. I can't like change this. If we go to settings, personalization, let's see if they have anything for the start. They have taskbar, device usage, maybe under device usage. Nope. Background colors, themes maybe. So here you can change your theme. Like that's the original theme that came with it, but I prefer my background and just the tough background. Not good. In any case, yeah, it doesn't look like there is any, but I've literally only had this for like 1 hour, hour and a half maybe, so I'm still getting used to it. This is literally my first impression as I get to see it. Let's look at the files. The way the file system looks, there's a bit more contrast with the icons. The icons are definitely a bit more shiny, more colorful than the previous ones with just all this one. You have the normal things, like the specific icons now has their own things, but with the generic folders are still just folders. They're not fancy folders, but it looks good. I will admit I like it, and I am slowly getting used to the curved one. I will admit it looks modern, mostly I believe thanks to Mac, but you can see it still looks good. It feels good. From a programming perspective, haven't really tried that out. We can try one of, well, my only game that I currently have. So if we go to, there's also a bit more spacing between the folders. It seems smaller on, like if I open it now, it seems, the font seems smaller, and there seems to be a bit more spacing between the files. So let's go into the YouTube folder, Hackspixel. We can open this one. If we then open it in CMD, we can say lime paste hl-debug. Just make sure my system is running on turbo. No, excuse me. So this will quickly compile, then we can see what the gaming performance looks like. It should run on my dedicated GPU, I believe. If it doesn't, we can still get a fair idea of how well it runs games. Don't worry, we won't just run my game, but this was also, I wanted to have an indication of how well it compiles code, how well it runs it, and it's fast. It's not really changed, so the game itself still looks the same. Let's make it full screen, so we can say play level 1, so we can still shoot the thingies. Okay, let's see if I Alt Z, HUD layout, performance. I just want the FPS, so that should be all. Exit to this. That's not running through my GPU, I don't think. It's running through the integrated one. Any guess? But so you can see that it does compile code pretty well. Let's see how well it runs the second newest Doom game, I think. So this is the one before Doom Eternal. See if it can run the Doom game. So depending on the way I edit this, there will be like jump cuts and it won't just be me babbling. And I will admit, thus far I am pretty impressed with the way it looks. It's definitely going to take me some time getting used to this, but I think it's a good update. Do I recommend that you update right this moment? No, possibly not. That depends on you. Are you more willing to run with new updates, or would you rather be more cautious, wait for it to be a bit more stable? Also, my specs for this is, that's another weird one. So if I right click, I don't get the option to open the task view. I just get the settings. If I right click the home, the Windows thingy, I can get Windows Terminal, Management, Power Ability. Here we go, Task Manager. So more details, performance. So I'm running AMD Ryzen 7 3750. I have 16 gigs of RAM, and my actual graphics card is a GTX 1650 mobile version. Now, it's not the best specs, but it's pretty modern specs, and it can run Windows 11 as you're seeing now. Just waiting for the Doom game to finally compile so that we can kind of like get this ball rolling. It's so weird to see the Steam like little bars with rounded circles. Yeah, I found it so weird. Crap, it opened on the wrong screen. Just give me a moment so I can fix that. If and when it finally like runs. It's taking its sweet time. Okay, it's doing something. Now, I don't know why it's just taking this long to run. It might be a Steam thing. It might be because I'm doing the update in the background for this operating system. But the game is finally like gotten to the point that it's compiled, but because it's a AAA game, I have to sit through like 3 loading screens and then those weird screens where it like shows you what technologies they made or used to make this. Now when the photosensitivity warning, come on, got a video to record, first impressions have to be made. It's a bit rusty, I'll admit, but hey, you don't come to this channel for professionality, you come to this channel probably for game development, but it's beyond the point. Let me just quickly, game slot 1, settings, video. Can I please have monitor 1? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, so the video settings, it's full screen, runs 1920 by 1080. VSync is adaptive. We have 8 TSSAA anti-aliasing. Colorblind mode is off. It's 1 for gamma. Motion blur is off. Chromatic aberration is on, and then field of view is 90. So I'm probably going to embarrass myself with my gaming skills, but we can at least check to make sure that it works. Let me just make sure that we do have it. Performance is on FPS, so it's on. Let me just press Alt R. So they're going to allow it. As you might see, like it's not like constantly glitching, it's not lagging or anything, so it is running. Okay, so we have that. Can we please get to the actual thingy now? Okay, we are in. Okay, so there you can see it's running on. Actually, I can probably turn that VSync off. So VSync, we can just put that on off for right about now. Yes, resume game. So on the GTX 1650, you can see we are getting around 70 frames per second, which is not bad. We get those sweet ammo. I'm like trying to see if I can't find anyone to shoot. I haven't replayed this game in a while, so. Hello? Bad guys? Maybe I have to jump off here. Whoops. Okay, but we can see it's 75, almost 80 frames a second. So if we press Alt Z, and open HUD, let's check performance, make it advanced, and we can check. So you may not be able to see it properly on your screen depending on what screen size you have. We're getting around 84 frames a second. The 99 percentile is at 52 frames. The render latency is around 17 milliseconds. CPU utilization is 60%. GPU is at 90%. GPU clock is at 1700 megahertz. Memory clock is about 4001 megahertz. GPU temp is at the stable 78, yada yada yada. You get the idea. It runs Doom. Just the Doom game. It runs pretty successfully. Like, there's no stuttering, no tearing, no glitching. It's all seems like it's doing it pretty well. So we can just exit to desktop. Okay, so we've covered what it looks like, what it feels like. Why is that still a thing? Let me just Alt R. The menu, if we right click, we see that our thing has choices between large icons, small icons, auto arrange, align icons to grid, show desktop icons, and the icons themselves have changed, as you've seen. I'm pretty sure it might come with Windows Terminal pre-installed, although I may have installed it myself because I've tested it out. Yeah, it's a pretty solid operating system. I can't really see much wrong with it. If we click there, it doesn't really give you the notifications if you don't have notifications, but I know there is a notification menu and it looks very similar to the start bar where it's like disconnected, rounded corners. It looks good, it feels good, it's running pretty well. I've just installed it, so I don't know of any bugs just yet or any issues that I've personally come across. But in any case, thank you for watching this initial view of Windows 11. I hope you have an awesome week. Until next time, thank you for watching and goodbye.